Ah yes, the Trident of Dark Tides, one of the most peculiar items you can find in Sea of Thieves that functions in many unique ways, which also seems to make it one of the most misunderstood weapons in the game. Let's take an in-depth look at the Trident of Dark Tides to see how it works and what makes it stand out amongst other Sea of Thieves weapons. Having been introduced in Season 3, the Trident of Dark Tides is, at this moment, the only weapon that can be physically found throughout the game world like a piece of loot. You might come across one washed up on the beach, floating between a pile of barrels in the ocean, as a reward for a difficult encounter, or any other number of ways. But if you're looking for a surefire way to get your hands on a trident, go check out the nearest Siren Treasury and you're bound to come across one. From afar, you'll have a good idea if you're looking at a trident from its green-blue colored glint. You can pick it up and drop it wherever you'd like, much like a piece of loot, and it can be transported in the same manner on your ship or on a rowboat as well. The Trident is more than just an oversized pitchfork of the sea, and it's capable of putting out some massive damage in the right situations. Moving while holding the Trident is like holding any piece of loot, where you're unable to sprint and limited to just your walking speed. You can aim the Trident by pressing your secondary action key and fire it using your primary action key, which uses up some of its 30 available charges depending on how much you charge it up. Holding down the primary action key will cause the Trident to charge up to 3 times before being fired, indicated by the small, medium, or large bubble forming at the end of the Trident. The small bubble appears as soon as you start charging, uses 1 charge from the Trident, and deals 30 damage, or rather 30% of a player's health. The medium bubble uses up 2 charges and deals 60 damage, and the large bubble uses up 3 charges and deals 90 damage. So it's not capable of one-shotting an enemy pirate unless they've already taken some damage. Still, tridents are great weapons in a variety of situations, thanks to their high damage, area of effect, and heavy knockback. The times where I've found them most useful are in mid-range fights and in stopping boarders thanks to the knockback. Against creatures, trident damage numbers are further increased, somewhere around 2.5 times the regular damage, making them excellent tools to use against skeletons, bosses, and other foes. Also note that the larger the bubble, the slower it travels, so make sure to factor that into your aim before you let loose on your enemies. You'll notice as you fire the trident, the glowing blue crystals become dimmer, and the trident itself turns a more bland grayish color. Then, once you've used up all of the trident's available charges, it will fade out of existence. Unfortunately, it seems none of the trading companies are interested in buying tridents. Attempting to sell the trident is one of the most common things players try to do with it, and understandably so, because it's one of the only items in the game that functions similarly to a piece of loot in how you can pick it up, carry it around, and put it back down. It's something pretty much every player is guilty of having tried to do at least once, if not multiple times. But no, as it stands right now, you cannot sell the trident. So that covers pretty much everything you need to know to get a good basic understanding of the Trident of Dark Tides and what you might want to use it for. It's a great tool in the right hands, and it can make a huge difference in how quickly you can clear some of the more difficult encounters in the game. Don't forget to subscribe for even more Sea of Thieves content, and I hope you enjoyed.